So we're just at that point in time where it's still quite dark. Good morning, Annette. Good morning. How you going? So yeah, just starting to lighten now. So to get the best of the sunrise, we get here right at that point where it's still dark. Hi, Emily. Lovely to see you. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. Good afternoon where you are. Look, we've got one last star up there. Let me see if I can. All right, it's right in the middle of the screen now. Let me see. Can we get that? I'm being told it's a planet. Yes, it probably is. Just finishing your breakfast. I think you need to share the details of that, Annette. Annette and I were talking about something that she came across from decades ago, and it was a diet. Isn't it lunchtime now where you are? Aren't we at the 2 wine stage now, Annette? Hi, Nat. Who's that? Natalie. I can't read that. Alexand. Oh my goodness. What have you done to your name, Natalie? I can't read that. All right, so we're going to go down here. The path is quite dark, but it will lighten up as we get down to the water's edge. And you just wait until you see the view down here. Okay, and here we are. Look at this. So look at that. Name of your brother and cat. Oh, okay. I bet they feel honoured to be respected in your name in that way. Let me see if I can get that a little bit brighter. Hold on. And zoom in like this. And then zoom out again. So, and it's having a diet lunch, which is, if I remember, Annette, it was 2 boiled eggs and 2 glasses of wine. Is that what it was? So the moon's still up there. Now, some of you might remember a few weeks ago we did sunrise from up on top of that headland, that point, Nelson Head. So that was about 3 weeks ago, I think. Hi, Sarah. Did I miss anybody? I think I saw Anne. Hi, Anne. and Annette's getting stuck into her cosmopolitan diet. All right. So what sort of sunrise are we going to have this morning? And what do you think, Cynthia? I don't know what the temperature of the sand is today. Should we do it? Should we take our shoes off? Is it cold? Richard put his finger in and said it's 15. It's windy. Okay. All right. That's fine. I think I'll take my shoes off. What do you think, guys? Shall we take my shoes off? Richard's going to get lumbered with carrying them, that's all. Okay. Right. I just need someone to lean on to balance. Okay, that's 1 foot. And here's the other foot. Right, here we go. There, shoes off. I can't hold my leg up that long. We're down on the sand. Rich is going to carry my shoes. Let's turn this camera around and say good morning, everybody. Hi, g'day. And here, Annette, look, just for you, I'm wearing your earrings. There we go. So here we are, we're at Shoal Bay. Hi Jay, good morning. It's very breezy here this morning. Before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Tomaree and pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And yes, thank you Annette. So yeah, there we go. That's Annette's gorgeous resin leaf earrings. All right, let's turn this around and get back to this gorgeous morning. I think it's going to be quite lovely. So we're going to walk along this sand here. If there's anything worth looking at in the sand, we'll do a little bit of beach combing. So we'll keep an eye out for shells as we go. Let's see if there's anything interesting that pops up. Nothing too exciting just at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it. And otherwise, let's just go for a gorgeous walk at sunrise at Shoal Bay. Now let's get down onto the firmer sand, I think. It's a bit tedious walking along this section here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? How gorgeous. So we've got Tomaree Head over there in the distance, and this lovely reflection being cast on the water's edge here on the sand. So looking back behind us, let's see how that moon is doing. There we go. So the moon's not quite set yet. Oh, gee, this sand is tricky. What have we got there? Around about a 3/4 moon, is it? Is that what it is? We'll also keep an eye out. There have been dolphins seen in this bay occasionally. And even whales. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, we saw a couple of whales, or we didn't, but I saw photos of them on Facebook. And this is good for your quads, walking along the sand like this. And I do need to I need to give my quads a bit of exercise. All right, what am I going to do here? It will go down this side. Could have got myself into a bit of trouble there if I wasn't paying attention. Hi, Michelle. No, it wasn't on the calendar, Michelle. I'm finding I need to give the calendar about a week's notice. By the time I get my tour organised, get it up on YouTube, and then fill in the form and resize an image, because that's what's required these days for the calendar entry, and then submit it, and then it still takes about 3 days to get up onto the calendar. So the last couple of tours I've done have been sort of fairly short notice, and I haven't had a chance to get them actually listed on the calendar. So I'm relying on you guys following me, and I'm really grateful. Quads, schmods. All holding hands and working on our quads. Yeah, okay, my little muffler has slipped down, so you've been getting some wind noise, I think. All right, look at that reflection. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's just treat this as a postcard tour and a little bit of news about where things are heading in our part of the world. We're in our last month here in Port Stephens, in our house in Nelson Bay, which is just a 2-minute drive up the hill. We could have almost walked here. Hopefully the process will be easier. Well, hopefully we'll have, if I decide to sign up to it, and I haven't decided yet. There are costs involved, so I need to weigh all that up. There's meant to be a Zoom call at some point. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling the love, but I'm still keeping an open mind about it all. I'm not sure what that bird is. That might be an oyster catcher, yeah. So keeping an open mind about it all. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, it's about what works for me and for you guys. So we'll see. So we're in our last month here in Nelson Bay. The water's really coming up high onto the beach, isn't it? And then at the end of November, we'll be just 10 days in a place called Tighes Hill, which is a suburb of Newcastle, and we'll be sitting 2 gorgeous little Bengal cats, beautiful little cats. One of them, Harry, is really affectionate and inquisitive, and the other one, Nala, is really shy and apparently takes a little bit of getting used to. So hopefully by the end of the 10 days she won't still be hiding under the bed. Hi Inga. I'm glad you guys are all subscribed. Otherwise I'd have no audience at all. So after that 10 days we go back down to Sydney to the northern beaches. And yeah, well, Tilly was very old. Millie, not Tilly, Millie. You had me confused. Millie was very old, and they did kind of expect that could have been the outcome. They did forewarn us that it was a possibility. That's all right, Emily, no problem. So hopefully, I saw your post to Richard the other day asking if he's going to be doing any more tours. I hope to sort of be able to do 1 or 2 tours on the northern beaches when we get down there. It's my old stomping ground. It's where I went to school. So hoping that I'll be able to do that. No, Annette, we're talking about Richard in Palm Beach. Not my Richard. What am I looking at? The moon. Yeah, we looked at the moon. We're looking at it again. Here we go. So this is quite a big surf, considering that it's a sheltered. We're inside the heads. And you never know, I won't be climbing up Barrenjoey Lighthouse, but I might be able to do North Narrabeen Pool, something like that for sunrise. We'll be living between the Bahai Temple and North Narrabeen Pool, about halfway between the two. So there's a couple of possibilities there. But mostly we'll be getting ready to for our big trip, which begins in January. So we fly out on the 10th of January and we're heading for Singapore first up, which is so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm almost there in terms of other alternatives for camera. I'm looking at some other options. This phone I'm using is not ideal. Doesn't have a long battery life and it tends to overheat, and the gimbal's big for travelling, So I'm actually looking at a couple of other options, and hopefully I'll have that sorted in the next few weeks. Give me a chance to practice. Just going to go up a little bit higher here. And give my legs a rest for a moment. Oh, that's a big workout. Louise is in Japan at the moment. Oh gosh, I find it really, really hard to keep up with all the other guides at the moment. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to catch up with Hoi in Vietnam, and I'm also hoping Matt in Hong Kong has shown some interest in coming to Malaysia, so I'm keeping in touch with him, and I'll try and track down any of the former Singapore, Malaysia guides if they're still around. I haven't seen them for ages, but I think there's Imran, there's one, and Jonathan, and there was Alvin, I think, was it? So I was in Amsterdam. Yes, I saw that, Anne. That was fun. I sent him a message. Told him that I expect to have some good spring rolls when we get to Hoi An. Excuse me. Okay. Are you going to do tours there, Lynn? Yes, absolutely. That is definitely my plan, Natalie. And the places that I'm researching already look absolutely amazing. I said you need to do a food tour for you. Yeah, Emily, we're definitely going to aim for that. I'm slowing down. This is hard work. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the shops. Talk about an early morning workout. Now, where do you think the sun's going to come up? Where's it going to come up? The sun is due in about, let me do this quick calculation in my head. We've been going for 18 minutes. It's due to get up at 5:53. So what's that? I don't know. About 10 minutes, maybe? About 10 minutes from now, we should see the sun. All right. So what else can I tell you? The granny flat's completed. Finally. We're going off to do some work on it this morning. Oop. You're pushing me? Excellent. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So last time we did this walk, we went along, you can see there's a path between these posts here that go back to the road. We walked along the path for the first part. We didn't actually come down to the water, to the sand, until a fair way along here. So this is new for us, walking along this beach here. What makes it tricky is the angle, because you feel like one leg's longer than the other. So the granny flat's finished. Hooray. We're going down there today to put some leaf guard in the gutter, put some privacy film. Couldn't find that one you have, Annette, so I've just gone for an ordinary opaque one. Privacy film on the windows. And Inga says, I'm going to encourage you when you decide to come over to Europe. We'll be in Europe, Inga, in August. So we actually fly from Ho Chi Minh City in August to Frankfurt. And Our plan is to spend a couple of weeks in Germany. Richard has family there, some distant cousins, and in Cologne. So we fly to Frankfurt, make our way up to Cologne, and then our plan is to head to Spain. We're going to rent it out, yes. Natalie, I'll have to see how we're going for time. And we're very mindful of our budget as well. That's why we're kind of sticking to the low-cost countries. But we'll see how we're going. I mean, anything could change between now and then. And you just never know. We might get an opportunity. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Alkmaar. I've been to the Cheese Festival. Get over to California, I'll show you a time you're not going to forget. Come over for your birthday. Cologne's around the corner. Oh, okay. When's your birthday? Alright, so Inga and Natalie are making plans. Excellent. See how the sky's looking over to the west. Well, is it going to get me? Very close, not quite. August 5th. That's about 2 days before we arrive. But that's okay. Uh-oh, this one's going to get me. Ah! Wet pants. I didn't roll them up. Wet pants. Never mind. They're only pants. Oh! Stop it, gimbal. Behave. Okay. I can tell you one thing I'm not going to be doing before we leave Nelson Bay is climbing that mountain. But if you're interested in photos of the view from up there, I can hunt some down for you to share from Facebook, because the view from up there is quite spectacular. But the getting to it is, I've been about a third of the way up. That was enough. You're going to go get the car. All right, Richard's going to go get the car and meet over at the pier. Over at the pier. So he's going to go get the car and bring it up so we don't have to do this walk all the way back. Bail money. My brother is, have I ever told you, Annette? My brother is in, what's the name of the place? Sonoma. Sonoma? He used to be at Petaluma and now he's in Sonoma. My pants will dry. Absolutely they will. Sounds quite cold this morning on my bare feet. Let's have a look at my footprints. They go all over the place. There we go. Up and down and around. Footprints on the beach. Alright, no sign of any dolphins out there at the moment. Just spotted a little shell, a really cute one. Let me just brush the sand off. Are you nervous travelling at all with the current unrest? Look, yes and no. That's a little shell there. Malaysia is a Muslim country, but they have a really healthy mix of different cultures there, and they all seem to get along really, really well and be very accepting. winemaking. Yes, he does, but just as a hobby. Thailand, we won't be spending very long there. We're going to be going up to the north. Vietnam shouldn't be a problem. I think we'll be okay. We'll keep an eye on things as well. We'll sign up to our government traveller website and advise them of our travel plans. And keep an eye on what's going on. Alright, I can see something moving in the water over there, but it might just be a boat or a buoy, where you tie your boat up to. I think that's all it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's just bobbing around. I think it's just one of those buoys you tie your boat up to. I'm really glad that this stream is working too, because I've seen a lot of chatter where other guides have had issues launching from the same app that I'm using, so I don't know what's going on there. There's a fellow fishing maybe, or is he just walking? We'll see when we get closer to him. He might be fishing. And Inga says, are there any dolphins where you are? Yes, there are. There's dolphins in this waterway. And Richard has seen them occasionally because he goes down in the afternoon to one of the little beaches that's sort of further around. There's like Little Beach and then there's Nelson Bay. He goes down there for exercise from time to time and has seen them occasionally. We've seen them in the marina as well. I was hoping we might see some here, but no sign of any as of yet. Okay, where's that sun? I hope it's not going to be a no-show. Maybe they're still sleeping. Well, maybe they're sort of sticking to the more sheltered parts of the waterway for now. This is more wave action than we normally see in this area. It'd be lovely if one just popped up beside me, wouldn't it? But I was walking a few weeks ago just around the other side of that point. It's very rocky, it's not passable by foot at the end of that point. It's around the other side of it. Or they're camera shy. Could be that too. And there was a school of fish. You could see them all breaking the surface of the water. And I was watching them, and then all of a sudden 2 dolphin tails and dorsal fins popped up just leisurely. They didn't look like they were fishing, they were just sort of cruising past. But that sky's starting to look quite pretty now. Okay, so yes, I've been doing lots of research about Malaysia. There's some amazing cave temples and some very cool waterfalls. There's a couple of wildlife sanctuaries that I want to find out more about. I want to know how legitimate they are. I don't want to go visit something that's just there for the tourists. Been put in place for the tourists to pay money to come and see. I'd rather visit a place that's rescue. In Laos, there's an elephant and bear rescue sanctuary that I'm going to see if we can get to. And all of these places I want to bring to you guys as tours. It's very peaceful, very pleasant, Inga. Beautiful. Okay, yes, we have a fisher person. We're approaching and the sky's starting to look really, really, really pretty. Those pastel colours starting to emerge. Yeah, Sarah, I'm sure that's the case. Absolutely. Let's see if I get an interesting image with the fisher person in shot. Isn't this gorgeous? There is one or two Annette elephant sanctuaries, and there's one in Malaysia, there's one in Thailand, there's one in Laos. The one in Malaysia I've heard mixed reports about, so I'm not sure that I'll go visit that one. The one in Laos appears to be quite different. It appears to be a rescue sanctuary. Look at this shot here. Isn't that just the picture of peace and what's the word I'm thinking of? Tranquility. Oh, look at this. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to get wet feet again. Just listening to the sounds of the waves. Peace and calm, absolutely. Absolutely, Natalie. Okay, let's keep walking. Oh, we're getting some colour coming up in the sky now. Starting to hear some rainbow lorikeets. Tell you what I don't like about this. Good, how are you? I was just going to show you I had about 6 flies on my hand that's holding the gimbal. That's Australia for you. Oh, you're very welcome, Natalie. Oh. And the wind's picking up a little bit again. Keeping an eye out for any kind of wildlife in the water. And did everyone see my video of the koala? How exciting was that? Seeing an actual wild koala. I was in the supermarket with my daughter who was visiting for just 2 or 3 days, and we got the phone call because Richard had gone to the library. He said, "Come quick, there's a koala in the tree outside the library." And yeah, by the time we paid for our shopping and packed up the items in the bags, drove around to the library. Oh my goodness, and there it was. And the two of the ladies that I volunteer with, not just any volunteers from the koala hospital, but 2 I actually volunteer with on the Thursday, so the Thursday crew. Oop. There's a big oyster shell there. You're going to watch it later. Excellent. Yeah, it was just amazing. And it was so windy. The tree was blowing all over the place. And here's this koala just wide awake, reaching out to grab some leaves, munching away, totally unfazed, right next to a busy road. So it was a little bit concerning. We were a little bit worried for him. And I haven't heard how long he actually stayed there, because when we went back to the library yesterday, there was no sign of him in that same tree or any of the others nearby. Okay, I'm just pausing for a moment. There's a couple of people in the water over there. Let's see them. I'm not sure what the water temperature is at the moment, but I know that it is gradually warming up. Well, I did get my feet wet. It wasn't too bad. Alright, so what have we got happening down the beach? There's the moon. Hasn't moved much, has it? For some reason I expected it to be lower down in the sky by now. Anyway, more footprints in the sand. And is it nearly sun time? We'll stay until the sun comes over the top of that mountain. I don't know the name of that peak. So over here we have Tomaree Head, or Mount Tomaree. On the left is Yakaba, which is on the other side of the mouth of the Port Stephens. But this one over here on the right, I don't know the name of. Alright, so we should start to see some glow in the sky very soon. Alright, that hand's getting tired. Let's give it a break. So there's a little rocky outcrop up ahead. I might have to get my feet wet to go past that. I'm going to try and do a couple more sunrises between now and when we leave. It's getting really early. So what is it now? It's just gone 6 o'clock, I think. So we have to get up at about 4:30 to do this. So it's a case of you hate it when you're actually getting up, but then when you get down here you go, that was so worth it. I'm so glad I did it. Yeah, well, there is some. It's a fairly recent thing. Not everybody loves it because it's viewed as something that's been introduced to Australia, and only fairly recently. My issue is with the single-use plastic rubbish that gets sold and only used once. You get all this horrible mesh that gets put over the plants and the trees, and birds get caught in them. It's really not very sustainable, the whole way that it's celebrated here. So that's where my issue is. But yes, there is some trick-or-treating. We didn't have any round our way last night. Alright, that's quite pretty with the rocks there. Alright, so yes, you guys are coming up to Halloween tonight, aren't you? So I hope it's fun in your part of the world. I hope you get to really enjoy it. I mean, it's, you know, it's fun for the kids. I think that's Richard heading towards us. And the sun still hasn't come up over that line of trees. He's pointing at a seagull. Yeah, I can see the seagull. So we call our seagulls silver gulls, or Pacific gulls. So I think there's two main ones that we have here, and I think this one's a silver gull. Or if you're in New Zealand with Louise, she names them. You're on a few Halloween tours tonight. Well, I hope you enjoy them. Sarah? Oh, wet feet coming. Alright, so yes, the sun still hasn't come over. It's a lot further down to the south than when we first arrived in Nelson Bay. So I don't know, if we get up onto the pier, will we see it? I think it's worth a shot, isn't it? Pretty close to the pier now, we might as well go for it. Hi seagull, yes Cynthia. Okay, there we go. Seagull's got his shoes off and pants rolled up. Yes, and I've got wet pants now. Well, they're wet. I might as well just roll with it. Go with it. Wet pants up to the knees. So I hope you're all enjoying the sound of the sea, the sound of the water, the waves. So relaxing, so gorgeous. I can see we don't have to go up these stairs, there's one more set. We can get a little bit closer to the pier and go up over there. You're staying in for Halloween. Your broom got impounded. Alright, it's tilting up. I've been concentrating on the reflections. The reflections are so pretty at the water's edge. Oh, my hand. So yeah, I'll show you where we had lunch too. It's there, isn't it? I'll show you where we had lunch the other day for my birthday. Excuse me. If we go up these stairs here, it's really pretty. Inga says, no Halloween here, it's not really big here. The kids here are waiting for Sinterklaas to arrive. Is it Sinterklaas or Sinterklaas? Sinterklaas. And mid-November. Oh, okay. That's different. Alright, here we go. Let's go up these stairs. So here's where we went on Friday for lunch with Natalie. Up there on the top floor, they have all their windows wide open, and we sat right next to the window and we looked out onto the beautiful bay here. and it was really lovely. That's that seafood platter I showed you the photo of, Annette. That's where we had it. Okay, so we'll just head out onto the pier and hopefully we'll be able to see the sun peeking up over the trees by the time we get out there. This is just a list of all the fish that you might be able to fish here and their size, the bag limits and all that sort of thing. And then we've got this fantastic pier where they do their shopping, they do their fishing from. I don't know, do you guys have these things? This is for Coast Watch. It's like citizen science, and you put your camera there and you take a photo and then you use the QR code and they compare all the photos with each other and see how the coast, how the shoreline is changing. So yeah, you can see, you put your camera there and then they compare what the coastline looks like to see how it's changing. It's my oh yeah, I was zoomed in. All right, so every now and again there's little birds that fly around here. They're very quick, but they're called welcome swallows. Oh no, they're far too quick, far too quick. It's interesting, isn't it, Inga? So I've seen a few of them around. There's another one near the big sand dune at Tomaree Beach, another place that I've taken you guys on tours, and there's one at North Narrabeen near the pool, just above the pool. I've seen it there. So I assume that they have them all over the place. All right, so we've got some sailing craft that are moored here. Oh, here we go. Stay still, stay still. I don't want to move the camera too quick. So this here, this little guy, is called a welcome swallow. There we go, little welcome swallow. Alright, he's staying put longer than oh, there he goes. Just wanted him to fly off. And the sun still hasn't come over the top of this line of hills. By the time it does, it's lost the most impressive colour. So I don't think we'll wait for it. What do you guys think? I think we've had a lovely walk this morning, and I think the sun's just late. It's a no-show. It missed the party completely. All right, do we have any dolphins anywhere? Can't see any. So this is Shoal Bay. There's some biggish birds flying over there, probably pelicans, I'm guessing. Let me see if we can. Oh no, there's quite a lot of birds, so they're not pelicans. What are they? Yeah, it could be cormorants. There was a number of them flying together that made it look like one large bird, but they're quite big. Oh, we've got seagulls and we've got something else. I'm not sure what we've got. I don't know what they are. Are they ducks? All right, guys. I think we'll leave it there. What do you think? Let's turn this camera around. I'll turn the camera around with that in the background. There. All right. So here we go. Sun's still a no-show. late to the party. Thanks for coming along, everybody. It was very pleasant, very peaceful, very tranquil. I really enjoyed the walk. It was lovely. And keep an eye out for Annette's beautiful work. Like if you're interested in lovely, big, colourful earrings that are really light, keep an eye out. Annette, you've got a Shopify or something, I think, haven't you? Yeah, keep an eye out for some of those. All right, and I'll see you. When's my next tour? I think I'm doing a YouTube premiere on Sunday morning, my time. Friday, I've got the jacarandas. Hopefully they're still there by then. And Annette's going to go off and pour herself some lunch. Enjoy, Annette. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy your Halloween, whatever you're doing to celebrate and enjoy Halloween. Okay, bye for now, everybody.